Bueno, pues buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Estamos en el principio de un nuevo comienzo con este juego que acabo de conseguir por casi 4 pavos. Disco Elysium me lo han recomendado. Me han dicho que es un juego que también, como el Outer Wilds, te cambia la percepción de ¡Uepa! Que se gira la pantalla. Te cambia la percepción de cómo se ven las cosas y tal, cómo percibes un poco la vida y eso. No he visto absolutamente nada del juego, o sea, no sé nada, absolutamente, así que vamos a empezar a ver qué es esto. Intelectual, es ingenioso pero insensible, se le ocurren todo tipo de ideas y datos interesantes. Emocional, muy receptivo, de personalidad magnética pero inestable, podría llegar a perder la cabeza. Bruto, muy bruto, interactúa con el mundo mediante la fuerza física, es eficaz pero más tonto que una piedra. Hombre, la verdad me gustaría un punto medio. Enciclopedia, mundo interior. De personalidad magnética pero inestable. Me gustaría crear el mío. ¿Cuántos puntos tengo? Vale. Mi sentido refleja tu habla. A ver, vamos a ponerlo todo en uno y ver qué se puede hacer. Refleja tu capacidad de razonar. Bueno. Tu sensibilidad refleja tu inteligencia emocional. Bueno también. Tu musculatura. Flojo, diría yo. Refleja tu agilidad. Soy bastante poco ágil, sinceramente. Entonces tenemos el intelecto bueno, ¿ok? Se puede poner más, excelente, ¿ok? Y me queda un punto. Pues lo podemos poner todo flojo, ¿no? Perfecto. Bueno en intelecto, bueno en psique, flojo en constitución, flojo en motricidad. Soy yo, literalmente. Vamos allá. Habilidades principales. Lógica. Ejerce tu inteligencia en bruto. Deduce el mundo. Establece el principal. Enciclopedia. Recurre a todo tu conocimiento. Relata hechos fascinantes. Practica el arte de la persuasión. Disfruta de conversaciones intelectuales rigurosas. Interpreta al actor. Miente y detecta mentiras. Comprende la creatividad, reconoce el arte del mundo. Reconstruye escenarios del crimen. Obliga a las leyes de la física a trabajar en pos de la ley. Mantén tu moral por las nubes. Corazonada, instinto y ensoñación. Comprende a los demás. Pon a trabajar tus neuronas espejo. Intimida a la gente. Conecta con la comisaría 41, cuando la policía hechiza a hombre y mujer self-libera. Solamente puedo poner uno. Ah, no. Puedo poner varios, ¿no? Yes. Solo puedo poner uno. Practica el arte de la persuasión. Disfruta de conversaciones intelectuales rigurosas. Intelecto base. Psique base más habilidad principal. Ah, claro, porque lo he puesto de habilidad principal, ¿no? Comprende a los demás. Pon a trabajar tus neuronas a espejo. Intimida a la gente. Mantén tu moral por las nubes. Hombre, ya que tengo psique e intelecto, lo suyo sería ponerme más de lo que me falta, ¿no? Contra los golpes no dejes que el mundo acabe contigo. Ríete del dolor. Disfruta de órganos más saludables. Viaja al planeta fiesta, ama y sea amado por las drogas. No. Esa vida de nunca sintonízate con la ciudad. Deja que tu cuerpo lo tome control. Amenaza a la gente. Ante la cara de póker. Eso está muy bien. Domina las máquinas, fuerza cerradura y hurga bolsillos. Capita delante de sus narices. Percibe, escucha y huélelo todo. No te pierdas detalle. Apunta y dispara. Vale, ¿cuál es el que me había gustado de aquí? No. Este, ¿no? El de órganos. Me había gustado uno que era de órganos más resistentes. ¿Cuál es? Cojones. Este. Ejerce tus poderosos músculos. Disfruta de órganos más saludables. Esto no sé por qué, pero creo que puede ser importante, ¿eh? Creo que esto puede ser bastante bueno. Percibe, escucha y huelo todo, no te pierdas detalle. Yo creo que este es bueno. Ya que tengo poca motricidad. Sí que tengo bastante intelecto también. Constitución me da un poco igual. Mira, esto. Este está bien. Venga, perfecto. Pues... comencemos. Las furias habitan en el espejo. Es su morada. Pues hasta el agua más clara, siendo bastante profunda, puede ahogar. ¿Cierto?
There is nothing. Only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
Lapso de tiempo indeterminado totalmente desprovisto de conflictos. Contenido libre de ex-mujeres.
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
There. No ball of meat. No light in the formless nothing. Just I know you do, baby. I know. Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage. Alright. Nothing down to fuck all borough. Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over. The song of death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert. Hurt.
You can take it. You're a champion.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache. A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A Caprice Canema motor garage.
Hostias. Estoy hecho mierda. ¿Cuál es el tab? Ah, este, ok.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Vaya.
Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it. Behold. You have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. Oh my God. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
Hostia, qué rápido me voy.
You are correct.
Ahondar lo más profundo de tu mente y rastrear la fuente de la expresión. Intentar detener la expresión. Intentar detener la expresión. ¿Esto qué coño es? Ahondar lo más profundo de tu mente y rastrear la fuente.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Como todo tú vienes de un mal lugar en algún momento del pasado. Es todo lo que sabes por ahora.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Pues lo dejo explicado por ahora. No, vamos a abrir la puerta, ¿no?
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend, and wants to reattach itself to your neck, so that you may continue your adventures together. In this strange, the blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. If it's your friend, why was it up there? Who ties their friend to a ceiling fan? Maybe this thing is dangerous somehow. An ominous, foreboding feeling fills you as you look at the tie. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Evaluar el daño.
The shards face outward, Whatever broke this window came from the inside. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist, like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its frame. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside. The cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
¿Qué coño? ¿Qué es eso?
The window stands broken in its frame.
Ah, el objetivo, ¿no? ¿O qué? ¿Qué es eso?
You hear a jingle.
Aunque
Keys
te...
are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Ok. Vale, vale, ok. Eso suena así. Esto es todo lo que tengo, ¿no? Sobre zapatos. La corbata. Corbata horrenda. La corbata presenta un patrón llamativo. Es inquietantemente vívida. No sabes por qué, pero siente que sería un error llegar a quitártela. Es tu amiga y se sentiría traicionada si la cambiaras por una bufanda aburrida. Encuentra otro zapato. Vale, estoy saliendo sin un zapato, ¿eh? Tengo que ser consciente de eso.
Hello, officer.
Más gente. Estamos en marzo del año 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Esta puerta está cerrada. No, esta puerta no voy a entrar, no sé qué es. Diciendo que se van a ver periódicos satíricos. Trompe le monde. Hay algo en la mesa. Dinero. 40 reales. Ajá. Eso. La verdad que se me había tocado con outfits. Aquí está mi zapato. Aire salobre tirando a gusto nada del aire del
Two
mar.
identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet, like two baby crocodiles. Go ahead, just as long as you don't discard those crocodile babies.
Mira, voy a saludar a la mujer simplemente porque me ha saludado antes ella, la verdad.
Officer? No.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Because you're a police officer, sir.
Ah, que soy un agente de policía.
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time. You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less. Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Qué asco.
Could it be because of the drinking? Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Vaya. Mira la habitación era de
She
ella.
looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
Ok. Hostia, pensaba que me iba a fumar el cigarro, ¿no? ¿Dónde estoy? Ah, vale. Matriz, ¿no? Micro. No, ese no voy a ser yo, no te preocupes. Otra vez está conectado a la radio, la música
You
está.
should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Un karaoke. La verdad que no. Me da coraje que me mueva tan rápido, tío. Lunes. Otra botella, ¿no?
Hello, sweetie.
Criptozoólogo.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
A que este es mi compañero. ¿Ok? Máquina de pinball.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Quien Kitsuragi.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Inventarse un nombre. No me jodas. Me voy a inventar un nombre, bicho.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Then we should ask him for a rundown of the area. Get me up to speed. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews? Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Pero voy a intentar ser lo más sincero posible en este juego, ¿vale? O sea, cada pensamiento que a mí se me pase por la cabeza, yo lo voy a soltar aquí. O sea, los pensamientos raros, las decisiones raras, como por ejemplo lo de inventarse un nombre y todo eso, no me parecen demasiado racionales, así que no sé, no voy a hacer cosas raras, sin más.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Cadáver.
Mm-hmm. So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner. After you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge? Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him.
Ok. A ver, primero debería conseguir la placa, sinceramente. O sea, si ya lleva una puta semana el cadáver ahí, porque si lleve 10 segundos más no pasa absolutamente nada. ¿Sabes? ¿Dónde está el coche?
Yes?
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
Vaya, la verdad que hay nada.
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
Vale,
Focus
pues,
on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
concéntrese en los problemas de los demás, no en los suyos. Eso ayuda.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Vale, vámonos. A ver. Primero quiero ver el coche, que supongo que será este.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in vapor emanates from the large engine. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema mounted in the cabin. You are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57.
Alice Demetri.
How may I assist you? Just a second, officer.
Ten 2, 10-5, this is 41st, come in, over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
10-4, message received, 10-5, relay message. What's your status, over?
10-4, 10-5, vale.
10-18, state your message, sir.
No, esto.
10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
Vale.
He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
Dick Mullen. Vale.
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional
Vale.
detective who would not lose his badge.
Vale.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Sí.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me! Mac, come here! You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun too. Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
Vaya.
Don't sweat it, Bratan! You don't need a gun to have fun! We can still have...
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over. 10-1, you're breaking up. 10-9, repeat please. Over. 10-9, come in, officer. Over.
Joder, es que no tengo el
Come in,
puto arma, tío.
officer. 10-9, repeat message please. Did you misplace your firearm? Over.
Just say you lost your gun. Anything else would only make the situation worse here.
Sí, claro, que la que no tengo el arma, coño.
He says he doesn't have it. Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't. This isn't really a laughing matter. Mac can face a giant of cocoa noodle by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he's still got his wiener. I'm not going to. Ask him. Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
The silence is almost deafening after you flick off.
That did not go well. I guess the important thing is that you followed protocol and reported your lost items. Did we need anything else here?
No necesito nada. Vale. Tenemos que ahora... Hay que entrar en la parte... de donde está
You
el
see a
cadáver.
set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
¿Podré?
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Vale, compay.
Yes? What do you want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know, to help me narrow it down a bit. Do you want me to brief you?
Sí, por favor.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Hace 3 días el servicio de emergencia de la MCR recibió un informe relacionado con un guardia de seguridad que había sido encontrado ahorcado en Martinez. Una llamada anónima dio el chivatazo de que había un cadáver detrás del hostal cafetería Whirling in Rags. El cadáver llevaba ahí 4 días. y nadie había ido a investigarlo. Durante ese tiempo la víctima había sido alertada de su pertenencia. El autor de la llamada no se identificó, pero mencionó la palabra linchamiento. Actualmente existe una disputa laboral en curso entre los estibadores locales y la compañía logística Whale Pines. Me seguro que vamos a abordar esta muerte como parte de dicha disputa.
A security guard, a worker of some sort, hired by Whale Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There is a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Loco, porque es un puto japonés hablando con acento francés. No lo entiendo. MCR, ¿qué es?
The Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
Vale. Un cadáver, no se sabe de quién, ¿no? Eso es lo que todo lo que se considera. Tiene que ser otro por tu la forma. Ah, sí, un guardia de seguridad es el cadáver. Solo por White Pines. Vale. Uno de nuestros cometidos. Vale. Ok.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful.
That's right.
Vale, perfecto. Tenemos que encontrar al asesino y luego otra cosa es identificar a quien hizo la llamada.
Good.
Vámonos. Esto es para guardar.
Call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
No, todavía no. Está cerrada.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno! Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
It's loving in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning,
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener. Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
Irregular speech patterns. Overconfidence. Could this
Sí,
kid
tiene toda la
be
pinta.
drugs? This warrants further investigation into this. Kuno.
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them...
The usual being. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary? Or have you seen anything suspicious?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Looks like you're a faggoty now, whatever that means. The suspicious question doesn't really work.
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction novel.
Yeah.
Ahora voy a tener que entrar ahora en una discusión con un puto niño que está más drogado que es un muerto.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost!
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Toma por culo, Kuno. ¿Esto qué es?
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 players have walked here.
Okay.
Maybe more than 12. No. 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. 2. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 44. 3. Hobnail
Todo trabajadores, o sea que esto tiene que ser.
reinforced toes, number 43.
O sea, todo lo que están aquí son botas de trabajo.
4. Standard work boot, number 40. You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. 5. Another standard work boot. 6. An aberration, light as air, even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Impossible to tell. Could also have been an adolescent. The gait is undeveloped. 7. The glowing outline of a standard work boot, number 46. But the imprints are twice as deep as the others. 8. And yet another standard work boot, number 44. There's an aberration.
How many?
400 millones.
I was pretty off then. I counted 20. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? Interesting. Let's meet the old soul. Someone operating a workbench with a pedal? Like a joiner at the harbor. Or maybe a drummer?
No sé, un trabajador tiene pinta de que es de la mesa de trabajo.
The moment he says it.
I don't know why I said that. We are not looking for a drummer. We are looking for a group of dock workers. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Mm-hmm. $200? Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker, carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be-dead man.
He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely.
Possibly, yes.
But why?
Yes, they could have used a makeshift stretcher or just march him up to the gallows. Even easier to carry on a stretcher, or between 2 men. Anyway, it's for future consideration. What else can you see? A woman? Or a kid?
No,
understood. Anything else?
Se lo voy a preguntar porque hace como mínimo 4 días que eso está ahí. Ok, así que... ¿Esto qué es? Dinero. magnesio. ¿Para qué? Para suplemento de... Esto parece de los putos niños, ¿eh?
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips, you seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Fuck does Kuno care? Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed! Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give... Kuno...
Dios, qué desesperación de persona, tío.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in. I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
You don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her hat from behind the fence.
Pues si lo estoy viendo, niña de los cojones. ¿Qué coño es?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Trash? Food waste from the cafeteria? They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too. What do you mean, feel? We could try using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar.
Ok, lo veo bien. Que me da coraje andar tan rápido. No quiero andar tan rápido, quiero andar normal. Vale. Tú eres el gerente, ¿no?
A man in his late 20s with a thin, unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the lid. Could he be irritated with you? He avoids eye contact altogether, like you're naughty.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41... Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Okay.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No. I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
No estoy
His
servido.
face expresses profound doubt in your having this.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Joder, vaya mierda de preguntas, ¿no?
The lieutenant turns the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. Why would I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop. Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? Oh, it's not. You're right, it's not.
He has no respect for you personally, but this man sees himself as a law-abiding citizen, and you a representative of that law.
Camarero dicho que no es.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
the IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the
Sí, yo
global
sé lo que
reserve
es.
currency. Whatever part of the world you're in.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
¿Qué gaste tenido?
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
No me gusta ninguna opción de esta. ¿Lo puedo darle para atrás? Como que acaba de darme la corbata 2 veces.
No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him! It would be wiser! He wants to take your money!
The lieutenant looks at you, tugging.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
Loco, pero que no quiero detener a este tío, que no está haciendo nada.
What are you, a philosopher? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend. And yes, it is. No, you see, That's 40 cents. Cents are a form of currency 100 times smaller than the real. I'm not even going to...
He stands silently, looking. Isn't it evil? The order of magnitude between what is asked of a person and what they have.
¿Te parece malvado el orden de magnitud entre lo que se le pide a una persona y lo que tiene?
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for...
Good luck.
Vale, pues ya está. No necesito la llave.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank. And this... But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you? South, maybe. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
El largo y solitario camino a casa. Dale unas vueltas a algunas direcciones en tu cabeza cuando tengas un rato. Quizá te venga una calle o un apartamento. Vale, necesito la llave del cubo de basura.
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Nosotros y la compañía de recogida de basura, ¿no? Es de sentido común.
Okay then. Maybe you're callous yourself.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing? What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the Whirling later.
Vale. Investigar las cosillas, ok. Esto es lo del comedor del sindicato, ¿no? Que esto lo pone aquí, ¿no? Cocina reservada para personas. Ah, no, esto no es. Entonces lo del esto del sindicato, ¿dónde coño es? Ah, que el noto está roncando, ¿no?
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon?
No, me voy. Carajo, yo no quiero beber más. Vale. Ok, vamos a abrir el contenedor a ver si hay algo. Dejo poner una elevada luz de estímulo.
This trash container is locked. The sliding with a well-oiled crack. The lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic. You see, milk. A box falls in among the threadbare kitchen towels. Something catches your eye. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from
the victim's clothes, cadaver odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches you.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked and his establishment had the key. It's just a...
Aconsejaría que no se enfrentara a esa fuerza, ¿vale?
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple, nothing. It's not. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It shines. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
¿Cómo acabó esto en la basura?
Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime, or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informant. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the Interact tab.
The container sounds a muffled gong.
Okay.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Vale. ¿Qué hay aquí? Interactuar. Portapapeles dañado.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urine. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper. It's a metaphor for you. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into its blue heart. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered with faint red lines. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible. Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name. A title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Another, The Square Bullet Hole Murders. Another yet, The Unsolvable Case. Others appear more light-hearted. The guys on a couch in an unexpected location, and the murder at the car park. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB41, then date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. For example, H41 is your precinct. It's safe to say those are the initials of the officer responsible for the case. Your initials. Feeling isn't really the jurisdiction we're in right now. Probably for the best, because HDB feels like bad news from yesteryear. Like shit, honcho. It takes about half an hour to piece one together, using the system you've devised. Not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard. It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board.
Hostias. -1 en el largo y solitario camino a casa. Hostias.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like Mark will rip them from the binder and hand them out. According to type 3, the topmost are misconduct fines, the middle ones are station calls, and the bottommost, you don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form, waiting to be filled in. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear.
Vale, vamos a ver que me he puesto... todo entendido. Inspección el cuerpo colgado de la parte de atrás del William, se trata de una inspección, tan solo tienes que acercarte y procurar no vomitar. Tareas. Activas y completadas, todas están activas, ¿no? A ver. Inspección el cuerpo colgado de la parte de trasera, se trata de una inspección, tan solo tienes que acercarte y procurar no vomitar. ¿Quién puede responder cualquier pregunta que se te haya llegado en el tintero sobre la investigación o sobre la NT? Barcón del Wilwin Rex después de las 10, contratado por finalizar la jornada. Vamos a encontrar la pieza de plástico tan minúscula ni como tan inmenso. Tal vez te cruces con ello por casualidad durante el desarrollo de los acontecimientos, quién sabe. puede que alguien con cierta influencia en el vecindario, como el cabecilla del sindicato o algún lugareño con el que tuviera contacto, como la camarera, la Sylvie, quizá tenga fuera. Quizás también fuera. Coño, buena idea echar un vistazo por la casa de empeños. Ahí llama a la MCR para denunciar el ahorcamiento, descubrir quién fue y arrojaría los papeles sobre los hechos. Tiene una ligera idea de por dónde empezar, aunque la llamada pudo hacerla cualquiera. Utilizar la radio de Kim y preguntarle si fue ella quien hizo la llamada, ¿vale? Pagar el estropicio. Contacta con tu comisaría, ¿ok? ¿Quién dejó la ropa en la basura? Preguntarle a Kuno, preguntarle a Garte. El documento y nombre del caso. Vale. Vamos a hablar con Kuno, a ver.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen! Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real. Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't...
Te jodas, niño, tío, pesado. Hermano. Hola. Vale, vamos a hablar con este. Y luego tengo que coger otra vez la radio y llamar a Sylvie.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. Yes? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place...
He hates the union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
We should find out who this loud faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
¿Quiénes son esos individuos tan ruidosos que ocupan el reservado?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Okay.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that. Yes?
Hasta luego. Vale, hasta la 1. Ok, son las 10:37. Descubre quién se reúne en el reservado. Ok. El largo y solitario camino a casa. Ventajas temporales de la investigación. Vamos a la enciclopedia, el regreso a la memoria fractual. Duración de la investigación 6 horas. ¿Esto qué coño es? Recortaríamos tus VO2 pasos de vuelta a casa. Salta al puente lavadizo del canal, suroeste de aquí, cállate, levántate, salta el asfalto, 20 minutos. Date los pies en el patio, lo cual asustará a los niños pequeños, pasa por debajo de la 861, la gran carretera elevada. La zona de Jump, la calle sigue bien congelada en esta época del año. Atraviesa la principal, allí en el barrio de un callejón lateral se distinguen tus huellas. ¿Esto qué coño? ¿Interiorizar el qué? Uy. No sé qué es eso. Bueno, estoy interiorizando algo. Buenas tardes.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Jardinera. Está al lado del...
Of course. What can I help you with? Of course. Where to?
No.
No problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Ok, maravilloso. Motes de nieve se derrite en la carretilla. Otro policía. Buenas.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Our brigades up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days.
Upon days. Vale,
Inside,
necesito la
you see
radio.
a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Right. Please hold.
Me caigo.
10-4, come in. Fireworker. Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Primordial para la investigación.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent.
Request denied, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over. Okay, then...
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there.
10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question.
What? What is it?
He wants to verify the information.
But of course, it says Dick Mullins, High General of the... Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-4. Your address?
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives? Did I hear that right?
Seems like it, sir.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand? He's been
Oh,
helpful.
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Over. Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minnow enters. Her left arm is in band.
What is going on here?
Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there. I mean, before he started begging for money, it was...
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain, or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor garage.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Gitsaragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
What? No, why would you even think that? Please, don't bring Gar into this. It's none of your business. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires.
Vaya.
People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast. Got it.
Okay.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
No pasa nada.
Yeah, go on. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it. I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective? Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Right. It's better to not ask too many questions, lest people start thinking you're a cop or something.
I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No.
¡No me jodas, tío!
It must be
83%.
someone else she's angry about. Some other guy. Like God. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the
83%, tío. ¿Cómo coño han fallado eso?
Yak, yak, nag, nag. No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. What misogyny? I'm just telling things the way they are. You have to act, Lieutenant Love. You have to calm that hysteric down. Tell it you think you can do that, Lieutenant Love.
No. What?
¡Ay, Dios, qué asco! No quiero decir nada de esto.
God, what is happening in your head?
Oh God. Please, just stay out of my life.
What? What is it?
Call was terminated by the other party. Anything else, officer?
It's on.
Ay, Dios.
The love quest is on. Too late, everyone. It's on. Take it to Gartner.
57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
No voy a seguir el puto mierda de Teniente Amor, hermano, qué asco.
Yes?
Vale. ¿Qué hay que hacer ahora? Hostia, vaya pedazo de guantes, hermano. ¿Qué me he hecho desde arriba? ¡Ostras! Ah, bueno. Sin más, ¿no? Porque viene interrogación aquí. What the hell? Una pantalla en blanco. Bueno. Ok.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you...
Se me baja la resaca también.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and your throat stings from...
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. If you can handle the headache, some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor. There is Fritz nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags.
Pretty clever.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
Modificador de la tirada de habilidad básica. Los modificadores facilitan las tiradas y te permiten reintentarlas. Ojito. Mecanismo de correspondiente lleva varios años oxidándose. Uy, por aquí no puedo pasar, ¿o qué?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
Ajá.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Suplemento de magnesio. Esto parece la puta casa del cuno, tío. Una bandeja de plata.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However,
La escalera de la
see that
esquina.
ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? The secret...
¿Vale dinero? Joder, vaya vuelta a de dar, ¿no? Postal. Esto que es dinero, ¿no? Dios. Un objeto curativo. Más dinero. No puedo ir desde aquí. No puedo ir desde aquí. Coño, me voy a subir otra vez arriba. No me voy a chiste.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
¿Que sí o qué?
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering. The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time. His eyes trace the crane's contour as if trying to memorize.
Yes, we were in the middle of something. Your clock. The clock? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether you should... Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide?
Y de coña, tío. O sea, no puedo. O sea, me ha pegado una hostia que me voy a matar. Ahora no puedo. momento quítate los guantes, porque claro, los guantes dan igual. Puedo subir. Vale, ok, pues voy a hablar con la tía esta. Guarda primero.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce.
¿Qué coño es?
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour ago. Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
Da igual.
There he still is, looking right through you, with his...
Vale, tengo que poner los de hecho. Un poco de role.
There he still is, looking right...
Activity kit.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna blow, Kuno!
The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces the second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
How does the wind right now?
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day, then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there. If you didn't, I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Superada, normal 10 versus tu total 10. What?
Not being hungover helps too. No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. You need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it with special bonuses and effects.
Obtener distintas ventajas. Compresor de mierda volumétrico. Tu mierda es un caos, lo cual es impropio de un agente de policía y un ser humano. Se supone que debería ser al revés, debería estar en orden. Comprimida en un área pequeña para alcanzar un nivel razonable de comprensión de tus heces, ábrete bien el culo durante 30 minutos. Haz algo similar con ambos hemisferios cerebrales. Habla con la gente, tal vez eso ayude. Hostia puta.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
Vale. Pues hasta las 12 tenemos. Ahí. Equipa y asimila la idea compresor de mierda volumétrico, vale. Reúne toda la información que pueda sobre el arma, continúa buscando a la persona que denunció el crimen incluso si no dispone de pistas sólidas. Lleva algún tiempo. Quien más tiene acceso no autorizado a la basura del Whirling. Encuentra a dicha persona y sabrás quién manipuló la escena. Debe llevar todo un tiempo, ok. Es que lo de teniente amor, hermano, me da un asco. No quiero hacerlo. Tengo que preguntarlo a él. Camionero racista.
Don't you welcome to Revacholmi. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said, welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself.
Esto no está llegando a ninguna parte, ponía arriba a la derecha.
But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to...
Silence. The air between them. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Whatever you say, officers.
You could ask him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching.
Been admiring the stompers, huh? Sure thing. Check them out.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads with no immediately discernible...
It's Revachol. Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny. For when the invasion comes, the last thing they'll see before the lights go out is illustrious Revachol.
It doesn't look
Ah, coño, que eso es una frase de un NPC, lo de
makes a little note.
Vale, vale.
The man bites his lip and drops the near-finished cigarette lingering between his fingers. He...
Me piro. Tiene gracia. Oh, ¿qué es esto? Magnesio. Fit. Vale, aquí es donde ponía que había algo, ¿no? Tulipanes y rosas amarillas.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10.
Una botella 10 centavos. Me hace dinero.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired...
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... I don't know, really... long? Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. Uh-huh.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent.
What is what? It's a raincoat. If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
no tengo dinero. Vale, a lo mejor debería empezar a pillar botellas. 3 tés. Oh, dinero. Tra. Vale, por ahí no puedo pasar. Vale, ya casi pasó media hora. Humanos.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's being reassembled. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads,
Philip
I
III.
am Philip III. The school, not a good track record of mental health in that family. Even by the standards of the Philippian kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Normal 11, total 15. Ah, vale. Vale. Ya entiendo, es como... Bueno, es una tirada de dado, evidentemente, pero supongo que será el resultado, ¿no? Que se ve.
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of his own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line, and the stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored, he called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile.
The man certainly knew how to live.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. Philip III's ludicrous bronze likeness looks defunct.
Okay. Let's go. Camiseta de tirante blanca.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on the photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Es que no entiendo eso de superar.
It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your... No response. Wherever this woman is, your words affect nothing. Her smile just keeps widening.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just told you why.
Stop. Ojo, más dinero en el suelo. Un coche extranjero.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy grab-made machine. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man.
Heimdall.
The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about
Vale, ¿qué más necesito hacer? Hostia, que tengo tatuajes, loco. Ah, no, coño, es pelo. Vale. ¿Qué necesito hacer? sí, el viento ha cambiado. Ya no hay viento.
There he still is, looking right.
Activity.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Activity.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
Mejora tu resistencia. Ah. Coño.
There he still is, looking right through you, with it. Ha ha ha! Again, the corpse laughs at you. Every time it happens, it gets worse and worse. There's nothing more to throw up now. All that's left is crying and convulsing dryly at the same time. The lieutenant is clearly at a...
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long.
You can open this white check again by going to your character sheet and spending a skill point to upgrade your endurance.
Relax. It's okay if you don't make it today. The bloated corpse isn't going anywhere.
Officer. Ah, no, una señora.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Soy la ley.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Vale, adiós, Annette. A ver, ¿por qué no puedo hablar con esta señora, cojones? Hola, ahora.
Welcome to Crime, Romance and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture. Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post? Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
¿Cómo de entusiasmado por comprar libros se siente tras hablar con la hija, hermano? Pero tú qué calificas a tu puta hija. Su opinión sobre su propia hija depende de cómo se desempeña a la hora de atraer gente a la librería.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer. My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. Mind your own business, sir. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business.
Denial is the way she copes with criticism. The woman before you scans the store. Her shoulders volumetric ship compressor.
Compresor de mierda volumétrico, tío, increíble.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to
Hijo de puta. El límite de resistencia aumenta en 4. Vale, pues si ahora lo tengo, ahora en principio me tendría que ser bastante más fácil poder analizar el cadáver. Ok. Voy a ponerme los guantes.
There he still is, looking
Yes.
right through you.
83.
White. As you breathe in,
Perfecto.
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fall.
We should have a look at that belt before we even consider taking him down. It looks worrisome.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying...
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You?
No. You feel like it was something else. But what?
Una especie de linchamiento, sí, motivado por la huelga en curso.
Yes, it often is. This bed worries me. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. Delicate and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost for a full set about 4 years of wages.
Coño.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for...
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils. As you push...
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Even the mongrels can see you're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's what I said. You'll compromise the crew.
Indeed. From this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at Press. There's no way you are getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boot.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off? But first, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice. Nice and cracky.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, his corpse is marked by stars, alcohol, and heartbreak.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword.
A Trigger Sunshine. Mini.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass.
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Here, a souvenir. Don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tempered. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears...
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color. Course.
So, what do you think? Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports a hanging. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram.
The fuck he say?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno! Fucked him up!
But there is no breath to catch.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once it's done.
The cadaver slowly twists. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world. Protruding dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the
I'm gone. I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny about jokes either. A killer, a motherfucker, and a killer. Go ahead, Coppo. Into the wild pale yonder. In the past, way out in the west. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really...
He loves those. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions? Here you go, you loony. Because you have. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori, of course. You have questions. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
No, we...
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Someone else?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
No. Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to... I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that...
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
Silence. With his elbow sharp. the lieutenant and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzleloader. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. He's
gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements.
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyes.
Fucking idiot! Mulk-about asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't...
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
I only have...
This is the sorriest pair.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer! Take it and shit!
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
¡Puta! Mierda.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry! I knew it! What a mulko!
The armistice is sufficiently precise, officer. Especially at close.
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot.
Pigs don't have hands, they have...
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
That's preposterous! What are you, a fucking Earl?
We still need to get him down, somehow. The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put to ask the suspects for help with the victim's body, to be indebted to Everard Clare, clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found, where your cloak is.
To the gates. Let's negotiate.
Yepa. Vamos a ver si se puede ir aquí arriba. ¿Por qué coño das toda la vuelta?
Cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
Nada. Hacerlo legalmente porque es que no me quiero partir la pierna.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars.
¿Por dónde coño he entrado? Por aquí.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us. Maybe you should ask them the questions. We have families to feed you.
So do we, Scott.
¿Cómo coño? Amigos por aquí.
Scab?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the Flasky reek.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cops. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
Body still hanging in the tree? Hey, that's a rough pickle. Can't help you with that. I'm not really an admirer of dead bodies. Might be someone else from the Union can. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage...
If it's all so simple, why don't the...
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Stop.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Ok, vale, pues, adiós. Esto está cerrado.
Buddy betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Don't say anything. Size him up first.
Are you admiring my morpho physiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, I'm Sandwich. You are not. What is this androgynous display of sex?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heart...
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front. This display of weakness may appeal to older women, with a stronger material.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
What is this androgen?
Merely standing up makes you
Stop it! This
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe...
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to what you reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick. No, you don't. You need to get another drink.
Show him the hand still got him. Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Begging for help. Attempting to pass via for cooperation. How far? You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of... You dominated lesser cultures. Like the you will be superseded.
It is, baby, yeah.
There is a button right behind him. Just out. This man is not budging. Let's hope his superiors inside are more cooperative.
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the arbor. Enough with this begging. You should leave this day. Bring your troops to the Seminine. The walls will be lined with...
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could internalize Meshahed's race theory. He would take you, well, not as such. What you do with the mastery of advanced race theory is up to you. You could reject the findings, sure, or accept them and become an advanced racist.
Puede que haya una solución pacífica. Lo que hagas con tu dominio de la teoría racial avanzada es cosa tuya. Por supuesto que podrías rechazarlo allá, pero también podrías, hombre, no.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff. Do you? The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door.
You are obviously... There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF, those are the A receding genetic pool has led them the Vesper, the other overproduction, as proven by the Mount.
¡Ay Dios! ¡Qué coñazo de diálogo, Dios mío!
The land.
Nature was not capable of more. The Koikos, Yuko, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white officer in a suspect.
Yes, Inknet, the Koiko.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
It's they're Vasholians.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The revolution came to the enough of type lesser races.
It seems unlikely that 2 human beings produce genetically sterile offspring.
Yes, it is cruel to entertain us. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the... You need to internalize what you have heard here today. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss. pretty bad, Basolian. You're... don't be vulgar.
There must be some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however.
Mr. Clare is a man of vision. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race fate.
He looks toward the harbor, motionless, the tattoos on his face like a web of stone.
There is nothing funky about tips. The F are lesser.
It seems unlikely that two human beings produced.
Yes, it is. I cannot possibly imagine. Thus, I am not like them. I am craniometric. You exhibit forward projection of the Elysium. This leads me to call your racial heritage is up.
Poco te puedes mover, hermano, con toda la puta parrafada que me has contado.
Race pupil returns.
Cago en la puta, tío, ¿qué coño hago con este todos los huevos? Pues chavo, tendré que ponerme la puta mierda esta, tío.
The unpromising race pupil return.
¿Parar? ¿Cuánto? Ah, 1 hora. Vale, tendré que esperar una puta hora. ¿O quieres bajar, hermano? ¿Eres tonto? No se afecta. Está guardado, ¿no? Dinero fácil para tiempos difíciles.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back. Why?
Let's
What's
go.
This? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing...
Oh, that's the headless phone rider. There's been a lot of interest in...
He doesn't elaborate on these wrong...
I've heard about it. I've heard the headless phone rider rides a headless boat.
Yes, there are several competing versions. The headless, 50 cents. Bargain priced. Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always. It's not often that I see off. What can I do?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Oh no, not at all.
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained. Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold...
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserved, and I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying...
You weren't quiet. Yourself, you were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life, and when I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it. No apologies necessary, officer. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit, truth be told.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around...
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find out.
Of course. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
Quella puta di io vendí el arma a una persona. Mitones. What the hell? Ropa. Ah, guantes.
Good day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami with an old hunter's knife.
I wasn't here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Weird, huh?
The words, Daredevil Driver.
Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything around here. Especially a waterlock. The rest of the coast is closed off till then. Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems to be something wrong with it. Yeah, not really much else. Just...
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here. Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang. You're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Maybe I can interest you in some premium menswear instead.
Lo conseguiré.
No need to dress this one up. Just tell him what you want.
Oh, okay. But why, officer? Ah, yes. Money is very important.
Are you trying to ask for a bribe? If so, you're not...
Sorry, detective.
Vale. Bueno, no puedo pasar. Tengo que seguir haciendo poco tiempo hasta que se haga lo de la teoría.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just...
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
¿He fallado?
This felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast.
Mon Dieu! Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw. What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect pétanque throw.
How are you ever going to get the officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass?
The man in the uniform says nothing. His merry partner is staring at the ground. The lieutenant is looking at you. His face is expressionless.
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals.
72% y fallo, tío. Es increíble, ¿no?
But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future. Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know your Copo type. Guess. Yes, sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then, shall we? Huge lack of enthusiasm going on in here. No you don't. Come on. You'll be back to saying sorry in 2 minutes. Stop wasting time and begin the repentance. Wow. Okay. Fuck off. A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here. I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to...
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching...
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group. That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets. I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines counter.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago. After that, now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Oh, so you've met him. Has he begun?
My colleague has his peculiarities.
Of course. To each their own. Let's say I was not making the kind...
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like...
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Ludicrous, even. It's meant.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company...
It's implied. She's open to discussing this matter with you at a later...
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. Every worker, a member of the...
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to... Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slope. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags, a disastrous situation if they...
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Of course. How else can I help? Of course, Detective. Take care.
Puta madre, 52 minutos.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come.
Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare.
There must be another way into the building.
See, what's that noise down there?
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been...
Not looking for any trouble, officer. I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole.
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run. I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
A downy blanket of white to cover up the miserable poverty.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over. It was my Sunday friend.
Makes sense. Friends are nice on Sunday. You don't have to work. You can just spend time with pals, watching rugby. He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. Under the grey sky, snow continues.
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
That's definitely not his real name.
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Ask him again.
And I really need to finish this cigarette.
But he hasn't left yet.
My name?
That's
No, of course.
Ask him again.
And I really...
But he hasn't left yet.
I'd even go so far as to say...
We will...
Oh.
Wait, is someone else?
No, not you two. Some more muscular.
And when?
Last week?
But down...
You didn't answer the question.
It was my...
Makes he doesn't reply.
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't a place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains.
Vago, ¿no? Ah, que tengo la puerta cerrada. Vale, pues vago. Venga.